The National Football League, you get a look there at GEHA Field at Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. The scene just a few moments ago, predictably loud and raucous here at Arrowhead as their beloved Chiefs took field, and they are set to match up with the Dallas Cowboys. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards, second down. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
They'll fake it. Now Tannehill. He'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs. And
it got his man complete. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Up. Play that time through the air. 34 yards. Now the red challenge flag makes an appearance as Andy Reid wants a second opinion. So the decision to throw the flag, a good one by Andy Reid. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's third down.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
An incomplete pass on second down. It muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. To the air again, Tannehill. And this is going to be incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield. They had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. They snap it to Tannehill. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. Mike McCarthy took the gamble, didn't pay off. And this crowd into it early. Their guys stand tall on the opening drive of the football game. They go play action. Now Mahomes. They'll swing this one out to Edwards-Helaire. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30.
Nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody covered. Oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Play action. Now it's Mahomes. To the right side, it's Kelsey. And in for the Chiefs touchdown. Travis Kelsey with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Chiefs are going to take a first-quarter lead. Extra point by Butker is on target. And it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. Second and 10. Now it's Tannehill. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
And he's only hit on 2 of his first 6 passes. Time for a quick quarterback regroup here with a big third down coming up.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Here's Tannehill. Going deep for Diggs. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Looks like a second empty possession to start the game, and certainly not the way you want to start when you're coming off of a loss last week. Every team talks about starting fast. They're hoping on their next possession, it can be a delayed fast start and get them going.
Escaping the pressure right. Oh, he just needed to throw it away, but instead, out of bounds he goes, and that's a sack. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And, boy, possession here turns over with a football already being in the red zone. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Now Edwards-Helaire. Down he goes at the 10 with a solid pickup of 8. Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
Second down, back to Edwards-Helaire. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
Not the kind of gain that we'll go absolutely crazy for, but it's the kind of gain that you need to have when you're running back in the NFL. And Clyde Edwards-Helaire, with that low center of gravity and strength, he's going to get those tough, gritty yards for it.
And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. His 7th rushing touchdown, 11th overall. And the Chiefs have taken a 13-0 first quarter lead. Extra point by Butker is on target, and that'll make the score 14-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned it to 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for it. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
7 yards the pickup there. They'll fake the handoff. Now Tannehill. Flush to his right. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
As soon as I saw him break contain and get outside, my first thought and my eyes gravitated downfield, because nowadays, most of these quarterbacks, when they do that, they want the big play downfield. They don't want to throw it short. In this case, he took the shot. It fell incomplete.
And this is going to be a Cowboys first down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line. Derrick Henry. First down and much more for Henry. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 43 yards rushing for him now, and he's only carried the ball 4 times. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 34. Fournette with a carry on first down, but he's not going anywhere as he's brought down well behind the line of scrimmage.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
So many times we see teams go on the road and want to lean on their running game, but this crew just announced they're going to try and air it out and make hay downfield.
Well, here's something you don't see too often. They're 0 for 2 converting these in the opening quarter, but they're trying a 3rd time here on 4th down. Buying time to his left. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Mike McCarthy took the gamble, didn't pay off. And the Chiefs defense comes up with a stop. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive in the midst of, well, let's just say a not-so-rosy losing streak. They've got the open week, though, coming up next weekend, so you have to figure this to be a game that they dearly love to have.
Oh, indeed. They have to have this one because that's something positive to take with you when you go away for a few days, and it actually releases your mind. If they lose this one, that mind stays cluttered the entire time they're away, and they've got to scramble to get back in sync when they start playing again.
Now a carry for Edwards-Helaire. First down and more for Edwards-Helaire. One thing's for sure, this defense has to figure out how to stop the ground game. He's eating him up here in the first quarter.
It looks like they have to go to different forces, aren't they? The conventional things aren't working too well. So I remember a coach of mine saying way back when a back's having a great game, you've got to get the ball out of his hands. See how far he can run without the ball. And what he meant was takeaways, not get loose, because maybe you can't just stop him with just regular tackling.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. A shotgun snap and a give to Edwards-Helaire. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
Clyde Edwards-Helaire is a do-it-all back, and he did plenty on that run. And as a rookie, 803 yards rushing for the season in Kansas City may look to up his workload a little bit in year 2. The last pick of the first round in 2020, he more than justified that selection with his ability to run the football and catch it out of the backfield.
And that one going to come up short. Low throw.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Here's 2nd and 10. Now Mahomes. Rolling to his right. That to his running back, Edwards-Helaire. It's picked up by the Cowboys. Past the 10 to the 11-yard line, and that's where the return stops. Always costly to cough up that football. These defenders, they become so adept, though, at jarring it free.
Yeah, it's amazing that there aren't more fumbles caused, because now, if you're an offensive player, you go through ball security drills every single day. It's really not out of line to think you should take the ball to bed with you and just hold on to it. But the bottom line is, no matter how much you try to protect it, these guys are pretty good at finding ways to knock it out.
That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And that'll make this a second down. Off play action, Tannehill. And the Chiefs are going to get him. Frank Clark able to record his 5th sack of the season.
He continues, Charles, to be under constant pressure. And these sacks, they're starting to pile up.
And if they want to have a realistic chance in this one, they've got to change their blocking assignments. They've got to do a better job to keep him upright. If he's going to be on the deck constantly, they've got no chance to win this game.
Throwing on 3rd down, Tannehill.
And looking for Andrews, but this is intercepted.
Picked off around the 37. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the first half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their efforts to make him even more frustrated. He's got to gather himself, compose himself, and keep fighting.
Well, he talked a lot about erasing that loss last week, getting back in the win column. We'll see how he responds. They fake the give. Now Mahomes. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Defensive end DeMarcus Lawrence applied the heat. Going to need better protection here. 3rd and long following the sack from Mahomes and company. From midfield, here's Mahomes.
Now a swing pass. It's Edwards-Helaire.
And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. It's a 47-yard field goal try from here, but instead they're going to opt to go for it on 4th down. To throw, it's Mahomes. That's to his running back, complete. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. Boy, that's some kind of effort. When he caught it, I doubted if he could get there. Knew it was going to be close, but credit him. Really good effort.
How about the rack on that play, the run after catch? But most of the time we think of it as just being an open field and picking up yardage. Sometimes you have to be real physical in order to gain the yardage you need for a 1st down.
Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. Flushed out right. It's caught on the right side by Robinson. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
And quickly to Kelsey.
That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Edwards-Helaire, they'll try to run for it.
And he's able to pick up the 1st down. Before he's tackled right at the 10.
And now following that last play, I do believe we're going to get a review here. Yes, indeed, the red flag is out. So not successful there on the challenge, and he'll have to be careful from here on out because he'll only have one challenge.
And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown.
Clyde Edwards-Helaire
with his 2nd touchdown here in this 1st half. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead.
Extra point by Butker is on target.
And that makes the score 21-0. after the touchdown. Here's Butker on to kick it away.
This is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone.
And he's going to be out of bounds here right at the 20-yard line. And now it looks like we've got a Cowboy shaken up down there on the field. We'll step aside and get an update when we return to Arrowhead. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either. 2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Tannehill dancing to his left. That's complete to Demetrius Harris, the tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Eluding the pressure right. And now he lost the football. Tannehill loses it, and it's picked up by the Chiefs. And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. A little careless with the football, and he also had a fumble loss last week, didn't he?
He certainly did, and when I'm watching him play, the one thing that comes to mind is always remember, traffic, turbulence, people around you, 2 hands. Get 2 hands on the ball. Grip it tight. I know it looks cool to have it in one hand. Put it away, tuck it away, because you've got to take care of the ball. A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Mahomes escaping the pressure right. And going deep for Hill. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he will finally be taken down, but not before he reaches the 38. On 1st down, Mahomes. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10.
And that's a ball that he is going to want to keep, his first career interception in the National Football League.
And I love what teams do when that happens. You bring the ball to the sideline, the equipment guy grabs it, he puts a piece of tape on it, writes on it so that you know what it is, and then they tuck it away so that you can have it for later and put it on your mantle. Pretty good deal for him right there. Now he's eager to get back out on the field and get his 2nd one.
The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the 2nd quarter. To throw again on 2nd down. Tannehill, flush to his right. Now on the run, he'll throw it back deep over the middle. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
And attempted a deep ball there. They didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. To throw is Tannehill. Flushed out right. He's got the 1st down and more inside the 40. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
Now that definitely hurts because the mindset is getting a 3-and-out there, and they don't get it done. They give up the scramble and a pickup for a first down.
Going for it all. And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick. And he will be out of bounds with no time remaining on what will be the final action of this first half. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3. Ready for the start of the third quarter. The Chiefs have the lead and set to receive the football. And he will not bring it out. It's a touchback. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And it's hard to imagine that the first half could have gone any better for them. So what's the approach here in the second half?
Just continue to play smart football because they got the other team down and they feel good about the position they're in. The obvious thing people would say is just keep attacking, but I think you also have to be smart about it. Avoid turnovers. That's about the only thing that can derail you at this point. Attack, but make sure you take care of the ball.
Eluding the pressure right. He'll have a first down past the 40. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line.
Now, that was a whole lot of open space out in front of him, wasn't it? I'm telling you, Brandon, when things are going right, they are going right.
And everything has been going their way for the most part. I saw that lane start to develop. Boom. He took advantage of it. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
They go play fake. Mahomes. And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack.
Dorrance Armstrong.
It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. Gonna need better protection here. Third and long following the sack from Mahomes and company. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up fourth down.
He was able to get away earlier in the drive, but apparently all the time they put in practice finally came to the front, didn't it? They remembered their lessons and found a way to contain him when he took off on that one.
So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together Charles Amasis. And a big loss here as he's taken down. After the sack, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's second and a country mile. Rolling to his left. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's third down.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable. And that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that. And they force another incompletion.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Tannehill. Oh, looking for Andrews downfield. And he's going to be intercepted for the third time thus far. Picked up by Mike Hughes. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line.
So first and 10. And if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
So after the INT, here's Mahomes. Flush to his right. Open man, it's the tight end, Kelsey. Touchdown! Travis Kelsey, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And thanks to the interception, the Chiefs offense cashes in with 6.
For a big tight end, he can sure move like a slot receiver when he gets a head of steam going. And as a defensive back, you've got a big decision to make when he's moving like that.
Butker now to add the extra point. Extra point by Butker is on target, and that makes the score 28-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And they'll have this all the way out to the 50-yard line. Excellent field position.
We all know that teams never want to use the word panic. But if they expect to win this game, it has to start right here, right now. That return just set them up for points, and it needs to be a touchdown, not a field goal.
Good starting position for the Cowboys here as they come up 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line. And a big loss here as he's taken down. And this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long. Flushed out right. He's going to look downfield for Henry. And that is intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently. So that's just going to be an incompletion. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Back to throw, Tannehill. And he's taken down, a Chiefs sack. But Tannehill staying out there. They're going to go on 4th down. They snap it to Tannehill. Steps away. And now he'll let this one go deep, back over the middle. And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way down to the 29. And a really unbelievable play there on 4th and long. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Play action, it's Tannehill. Sliding out of the pocket. Hit as he throws, and the ball is out. It's a live football. Second time in this game, Charles, the ball is squirted out from his hands. Luckily, his teammate was there to pounce on it.
You're right. Got the lucky bounce, able to retain possession. You know, we often talk about the combine and why do we measure quarterbacks' hands. Is that really a big deal? It's for situations like this. Do you have the hands big enough and strong enough to hold on to the football while being jostled?
Throwing on 2nd and long. Tannehill. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone.
Another attempt, another incompletion. And when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long game.
Under pressure, and he's going to go down. Tannehill sacked. Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. He'll buy some time right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And it's knocked away and incomplete. The Cowboys here unable to convert on 4th down. And the Chiefs defense comes up with a stop. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. when you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix it.
And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown.
I think it's fair to say there's nothing that gets a crowd to its feet quite like a big play, and that was something special there. Boy, was he moving.
And normally when you see guys moving this fast, it might be a fly pattern from a receiver or a toss sweep from a tailback or something like that. This was designed as a passing play, and then he got out of the pocket, and he just took off, and he just kept gaining momentum with every step.
And the final clocking on the next-gen stats there. How about this? 22.1 miles per hour. Wow.
Extra point was hooking, but he does make it through. And that makes this 35-0 now. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
Here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And last time they were stopped on 4th down, had a drive stalled out. We'll see how they respond this go-around.
I'm eager to see what their mindset is because
he's got a man complete. And all the way down to the 36-yard line. A big play here for Dallas. Now Tannehill.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been...
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Charvarius Ward. And the Chiefs are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. On play action, they'll throw. He'll drop that off to Edwards-Helaire. That catch good for only a couple. They should have got more out of that, though. He was wide open.
I love how emphatic you are with that call because that's exactly what I was thinking. Wide open in the flat. Give him a ball that he can use to get upfield with, not just catch and go over the sideline. They cost themselves some yardage there.
From the 22, Mahomes. Complete, the tight end, Kelsey. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Shotgun snap to Mahomes.
Another pass into the reliable hands of Kelsey.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 41. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. After the sack, oh, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. Another try after the 1st down sack. Mahomes. This one complete to Mecole Hardman. The Chiefs on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 16. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Open man here. It's the tight end, Kelsey. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. Throwing now is Mahomes. They'll roll him out right. And that's caught. It's Kelsey. Touchdown, Kansas City. Travis Kelsey, his third touchdown of the game, 10th on the year. And the Chiefs look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this fourth quarter. Extra point by Butker is on target, and that will extend this big lead. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Now on the run. He'll throw it back deep over the middle. It got his man complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A big connection on that one. 37 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Tannehill. Eluding the pressure right. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit, because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into his windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he...
And he's wrapped up, taken down, back at the 25. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. A shotgun snap for Tannehill. Looking for the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Minkah Fitzpatrick. And the Chiefs are going to get the football here at their own 23. Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. The drive will begin with a run by Edwards-Helaire. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. We find ourselves here in the midst of a one-sided affair. A lot of fill time down the stretch, Mr. Davis.
So we could talk about food, because that is something that you and I both enjoy.
We share that.
We enjoy our time at the table. So maybe the best steakhouses in the city, but in all seriousness, the performances that we've seen this year, we've seen a bunch of great ones. And it's going to be hard to parse who's going to win the MVP.
Yeah, it really is.
Is it going to be a runner? Is it going to be a thrower? Can a defender finally win it this season? Those are the things that we could probably discuss.
And collectively, this is about as dominant of a performance as you could have hoped for on both sides of the football.
Might have to put it number 1 for what we've seen this season.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down.
There's a beautiful throw there, and he's been sensational the entire game, moving it around, spreading it, hitting the right guys. And look, under normal situations, partner, I would expect him to come out of the game now. They've got it in hand. But you and I have been around this league a long time, and every time we ask head coaches about it, hey, why don't you take your quarterback out when the game's in hand? They just kind of give us that look like that's what he's paid to do. So it's a very unusual situation. I'd want him out. They tend to leave him in.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Mahomes. And he's just going to get rid of this thing to no one here. He throws it away, and now it's 3rd.
Well, listen, when you've got the lead, There's absolutely no sense trying to fit a ball in where you shouldn't. You can see the coaching in his head taking place on that play because he saw he had a receiver in the area and he just put it well over his head out of harm's way.
Now a swing pass. It's Edwards-Helaire. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. So the completion good for just 3. And that's going to make it 4th down. They'll go for it. It's Mahomes. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he's got a 1st down following a pickup of about 13 as we will take a pause here for the 2-minute warning.
Kansas City Chiefs. 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 19-yard line.
So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, 1st and 10. This is caught.
And the Chiefs are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Interesting, Mahomes wants to throw it. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Butker on for the PAT. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
This is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one. Now, those are the ones that hurt defensively. You do everything right. Excellent pressure, good coverage downfield, and then he slips out the back door and turns it into a nice gain.
On 1st down, Tannehill steps away to his left. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long.
Tannehill's throw taken in by Diggs.
One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means they have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. And what are the whistles for? Timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. Now a 1st down throw. Tannehill rolling to his right. He's going to let it fly. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
I know he was trying to get the completion downfield, but the way this game has gone, with a few of the runs he's made along the way, he should have kept the ball and taken it with his feet downfield. That's the big play that shreds a defense. Instead, he thought to himself, I'm a quarterback, I've got to throw it. He bailed out the defense with that incompletion.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. So this one in the win column for Kansas City. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one. And that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing, Offer a little extra spring in your step, and it showed up in this one.
They had a ton of spring in their step. Impressive victory.
So for the Chiefs, the win gets them a step closer to 500 at 5-6. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for Dallas, they're going the wrong way as this will drop them to 3-7 now on the year. And they'll have a quick turnaround as they're back in action Thursday afternoon at around 3:30 Eastern for the traditional Thanksgiving Day game in Dallas.